What's up, guys? I'm Dalton.
And I'm Dre, and this is Late Night Listening with Dre and Dalton.
Today we're listening to Clancy. Well, we actually already listened to Clancy about a week ago. Let's cut to that footage now, and then we'll get back here and talk about our final thoughts on the album now that we've had some time to digest it.
What's up, gang? Welcome to the Clancy album review and reaction. I'm here with not just my co-host Dre, but also the rest of the gang. We're all here. All of us are kind of like 21 Pilots fans. We've been for a while, and this is our first time listening to Clancy. Big album because it's like the end of the Trench kind of trilogy. Lots of lore, lots of stuff. We're really excited to hear like how it comes to an end. And yeah, let's get right into it with Overcompensate.
Yeah.
Overcompensate by 21 Pilots.
That's such a freaking good opener, dude. Oh my god.
So good.
All right.
Fortnite song.
Next semester, as Dre said, Fortnite.
Take me home. Then I heard, hey kid, get out of the road. Next semester. I remember certain things. What I was wearing, the yellow dashes in the street.
Damn, that's a banger. Always been a banger. Probably the best of the three singles, IMO.
Yeah.
Overall, more thoughts, guys. What'd you think of Next Semester? They're like, compared to the others.
It's really good.
Yeah, dude.
I've always
Yeah.
freaking loved this song.
That song rocks.
Real. This next one is called Backslide.
And I'll take anything you have. If you could throw me a line, I should've.
That song has grown on me so much, like so
song.
much.
A really good song.
Especially the chorus. I thought the chorus was really rough the first few times, but I've been coming around on it.
Honestly, I'm not a huge
The
fan
vocal
of...
inflection is a lot.
Yeah, I was just about
It's
to bring
still the
that
most
up.
AJR. It's
Yeah.
the most AJR thing they've made in like recent years.
That's real, kind of.
That being said,
Yeah.
I really do like this song a lot, personally speaking.
I like
It's
it.
I mean, just a tiny bit, but I really, really like it.
Real. All right, are we ready for the first unheard song?
Boy.
Midwest Indigo.
Boy.
Are you ready for Midwest Indigo?
I am shaking with excitement.
All right, guys, ready?
I'm
Midwest
ready, I'm ready.
Indigo.
Wait, is there a 4-bats feature on this?
Guys, shut the f up. You're out the call. You're out.
Did you pull up yet? Not yet. Did you forget we're tight on time? Reaching out. What's your ETA? 2 minutes. Chill out, man. We're right on time. Reaching out.
Midwest Indigo.
My camera.
They had us in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. that intro was not great, but it turned around really fast. That was good though. It sounded like the best Fits in the Tantrum song you've ever heard.
That's really funny.
But it was really good.
All right,
Kind of
gang.
whatever about it right now.
All right, count this down.
Routines in the night on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Balls on my head. Walk the layout. Routines in the night. Some doors I stay out. Spray painted and white wall. I'll give you the tour. Show you why. Walk the layout. Routines in the night. Reoccurring. Keeps coming around. Rem cycle. Skip night cycle. Trip. It's reassuring. You keep coming around. It's tough to find good company. Reoccurring. Days blurring.
Man, that was fire.
That was like my
awesome.
favorite
I really
song
like
so
that one.
far. That was
That one was
great.
really
I'm
good.
gonna have to think about that next semester. But yeah, I agree with what Eve just said. That was awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Loved every second of
Same
that
here.
song.
That was a really good vibe. I like that a lot.
Best unreleased song so far.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I think.
Out of 2.
Yeah.
We're 2 in.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Vignette on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Not sure when it started. Peeling from his bones, piece it back together all alone. Hope it held together long enough for him. It's a tribute to zombies, of which I've become. Where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Clinging to promises, fighting off the vignettes. For a friend, denial.
That was nasty.
That might be the best
That's fire.
AJR song ever released. Honestly.
Dude.
That was really good.
I'm glad,
I was fucking
Matt,
good.
you said this like weeks ago that he needed to bring back the falsetto on this album. Bro, there it is.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
it. We're good.
Yeah.
We got it.
But that was an interesting track.
I fucks with that.
I think you guys liked it more than I did.
Yeah, I don't know. That
I
one.
noticed. I noticed on your face cam
I-
as soon as he started the verse, you're like.
I think that one's gonna have to be one I listen to a few more times to really kind of figure out, especially vocally from him. That's probably the most irritating he's been in like a really long time, in my opinion.
Really?
Damn.
But hey, I can back it. There's a world where I can back it. Let's just hope it's this one.
Mhm. Yeah,
You're talking like a sports commentator.
No, I agree with what Matt just said, though, just maybe to a lesser degree. Like, I definitely want to re-listen to this song to kind of, like, formulate my thoughts on it. But, like, yeah, I mean, I said AJR as a joke, but, like, also kind of not really. Like, I don't think AJR could ever, like, pull something like this off. That being said, like, you know, I thought it was a good song, but I don't know. This could also be pretty annoying to me on 5th listen or whatever. All right, gang, are we ready for the Craving?
Yeah.
I let her know if I found my body in chains, I'd lay down and wait.
Hey, yo, that song. I want to hear Tyler's version.
Okay.
Damn.
I mean, I
Yeah.
thought it was like okay.
Yeah, I mean, I
That's like, that's probably my least favorite 21 Pilots song.
Least
It's
favorite
Tyler
of all
Joseph.
time?
No, not of all time, but like in terms of like recent stuff, like post Trench, yeah. Because like I don't think Tyler Joseph is good enough of a songwriter to like carry an acoustic song, and also like he's in his 30s. Put the uke down,
Dude,
like, it's
on
time to
God,
put it up.
on God,
It's time to retire the uke.
preach.
All right, next
yeah,
one.
it seems like something that's just like not much my thing, but at the same time, I don't know. The ending was kind of catching my attention a little bit. I think I just need to revisit it.
Hey,
I think.
if you're mid to late 20s to early to mid 30s and you're white and you're married, I'm sure that song is crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm none of those things.
Fair enough.
All right, gang. Lavish on go.
I'm really excited for this one.
Okay, 3,
I've
2,
never have seen.
1, go.
Welcome to the new way of living. It's just the beginning of Lavish. Lavish from the floor to the ceiling. Welcome to the style you haven't seen in a while. It's lavish. Best to look like this is not your first time. You're fighting for the front row, that's a nice try. You're looking real nice. Smelling like worth, walking like you deserve it. I want sip of Capri Sun like it's Don Perignon. I'm talking tough happily with someone in front of me. Room on the payroll, everyone can live comfortably. Bots anonymous, keep it cool, keep the mood androgynous. I see your problem is your proctologist got both hands on your shoulder while you're bottomless.
Lavish.
That was not good.
What?
That was
that-
not
Cole
good.
hasn't felt
What?
happiness though, so like
Capri, he used proctologist in a bar. they put their hand up and he
That's
just
one of the
put it in a-
strangest things
put it
21
in a
Pilots has
bar.
ever released.
He just said, I see your problem is your proctologist. Got both hands on your shoulder while you're bottomless.
oh shit. Yeah, I didn't even catch that. That's kind of
What
wild.
Oh, he's keeping the mood androgynous.
How are we, he cannot keep getting away with this.
He's not getting away with this. You know what? They get one stinger an album. It was Bounce Man. It was fucking Smithereens, if you want to argue that.
What?
Like,
No,
Nah.
I don't even know if that's
Hey.
like the worst.
Yeah, no,
though. It's
I kind of
most
fuck with it. I'm not
confusing.
gonna lie. Like it was
I
definitely.
thought it was good. I thought it was fun at least.
Yeah.
Like,
It was like it was okay, but like the lyrics were just.
there's a part of me.
no, fuck that.
There's a part of
Fuck
me.
that. You don't understand the glory of a 35-year-old man rhyming proctologist with bottomless. You just don't get it, okay? I do.
Okay, there's a part of me deep down that was like, okay, the song's called Lavish. It's probably gonna have like string sections and shit on it. And I was like, there's no way. That's so on the nose. And then that's what it was.
Dude.
Like
That-
Capri Sun, like Don
Dude,
Perignon,
they're gonna.
crazy.
It pisses me off because we're gonna see that live, and they're gonna like be like that's gonna be the one that people like go crazy to.
Oh man.
God.
Oh,
No.
that was so funny.
Navigating
Yeah.
on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Everybody leaves. Pardon my delay. I'm navigating my head. This is
Oh shit, that was the ending of that was at the start of next semester. You
Next
guys catch that?
semester, yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Yep.
Yo, that fucked.
That
was-
was hard as
that was
fuck.
so
Okay,
good.
that was
That was
actually
hard.
fucking fire.
Shit, bro, I'm gonna have
That's
to.
what
that
when
was-
they release Never Take It. That's what they thought they were making. That's what they thought
that's
Never Take
real.
It was in 2021.
I'm just remembering when Tyler said that this would be the most lore forward record.
Yeah, this is like there's not
And
very much
yeah.
in here yet.
So far, none of that has.
Yeah.
Maybe he just meant
No,
music.
Lavish
video.
100% is we just don't get it.
Maybe,
don't get it.
maybe,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
he just meant music,
Music
video,
videos, yeah.
which is totally,
Yeah,
which is totally
Sam?
fine. But I feel misled. Sam, you haven't said a word since Midwest Indigo.
I've been
No,
chilling.
Sam.
I am liking this so far.
Yeah, this album's
I'm
really
liking
good. so far.
I can successfully say that this is not entirely what I was expecting.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
with the 3 singles, what I was expecting was already something kind of batshit all over the place.
Yeah.
But just I didn't realize it would be this all over the place. I think.
hmm
Right, yeah. I think
Yeah.
this is like their most like genre wise, I think this is their most like all over the place record since
Yeah,
Warriors
this is
Sunblade.
probably the most I've heard them jump around.
Last thing I'll
Yeah.
say about navigating, I don't know how I feel about that hook. That's either gonna grow on me or I'm probably gonna hate this song.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge way the way he goes navigating or whatever the fuck. So
No. It's navigating.
navigating. Like I don't know.
That's like his worst vocal inflection.
Yeah, it feels really unnatural and
It's a
just
fun
kind of
little
shitty.
charm,
Honestly.
you guys. You guys are hating too much.
If Joba did that shit on Iridescence, we'd be hooting and hollering.
That's
it to the
Joba
island.
That'd be
though. That's
Joba.
Joba, bro. This is Tyler
Nah,
Joseph.
no,
He's like
no.
84.
If Joba,
Tyler Joba.
dude is Joba.
Alright, guys, snap back on go. 3, 2,
Snap back to
1,
reality.
go.
Running from a thing that I kicked in 17. Is it even right for my head to keep track? If I'm gonna snap next, then I gotta snap back. Have I burned all the bridges? Write the hand that helps me give it finger stitches. The backslide, I commandeered a hard ride.
That song was
There goes
fire.
Gravity.
I was vibing.
I thought it was
I
okay.
like that one.
I don't know, that might grow on me. Might shrink.
That
I'm
was
looking forward to. Oh, sorry, you go on.
Oh, that was like my least favorite on the album, I think.
What?
Damn,
Really?
over
I did not
Craving?
like that.
Wow.
I did not like that.
Wow.
Bro has
It's
not
just
heard
Like,
the
hating.
I don't
Craving.
know.
You're just hating.
I can't. Yeah, I can't
Maybe
say
I'm just
I
hating.
agree.
I don't know.
Dude, I fucked with that song, bro.
I
Dude,
mean,
that's not
Lavish
that-
was at least fun. That was just like, I don't know. It kind of felt like I was like.
I wish it was so
drunk.
ass. What do you mean?
Nah, you
It's
guys are
so
hating.
bad.
Y'all hating that Lavish too much.
Nah, Lavish is fun.
Fuck no.
Yeah, Lavish was
Lavish
fun.
was so bad. Hated that shit.
Bro, you need to like have some fun.
Oldies Station on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Headlights are taken, push on through. Your favorite song was on the Oldies Station. Push on.
Huh.
That one was
I-
weird, but I liked it.
That one was just.
I liked
okay,
it.
that's all I can
I
say.
thought it was okay by the end, but like
The intro
this
was
like
really
was
weird.
ass, bro.
YouTube, this like YouTube royalty-free music shit. Like this is just Bounce Man 2.
Yeah,
Like,
aren't we done with Scaled and Icy era?
yeah, I
don't know,
thought we
man.
were done.
I thought it was okay.
well, we've
It
got
wasn't, like,
two, we got
terrible.
2 more songs, and one of them 6.5 minutes.
So
I honestly really liked that song. I'm gonna be real.
an hour already.
I liked it by
really-
the end. I think it might grow. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's definitely a song that I think will grow.
At the
okay.
risk of feeling dumb, on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
See me at my lowest, you don't have to drop. Don't have to drop by, nothing you can do this time. I don't want anyone, know me or not. See me at my lowest, you don't have to drop. Just keep dropping. I hope that you never have to drop. At the risk. If I'm being real, man, don't know how I feel, man. About you sleeping so close to a weapon you conceal, man. Those night terrors are not something to take lightly. I know that it's a risk saying this, don't fight me.
It was
Uh,
rough in the beginning. They fixed it.
I don't know.
It grew
Where's
on
Twitch
me
Fair
towards
at,
the end.
Like it won me over a little bit, but like
Yeah,
at the cost of
It-
whatever that rap verse was, like what the fuck are we
the
doing?
intro was
Yeah.
really weird.
I don't know how
Some
comfortable
NF type
I am
beat.
sleeping next to a weapon, man.
Look,
I
I think Dre's a little bit upset about that bar.
I hate dude. It's so bad. That's my least.
there's
favorite
one song left.
Yeah.
Better
Maybe.
be the best song on the album.
Maybe there's a double album.
Yeah, no, there has to be a double album at this point, right, guys? I mean, right? Yeah. All right. Are we ready for Paladin Strait?
This is crazy. This is the end. This is the end of Dima. There's no more like Clancy
Oh,
Dima
dude, don't
anything
say
after
that,
this
bro.
song.
Oh my God, this story has been
Oh.
such like an
Guys,
awesome ride,
this
but
is
like
the-
I don't want it to end like
is
this,
the
man.
End of, this
Yeah.
is the end of depression. Depression is no more after this.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
There better be some fucking like start of a transition into like the double
scared,
album or
yeah.
some shit. All right. Anyway,
Fuck you,
Oh,
man.
that would actually be crazy.
on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
I would swim the Paladin Strait without any flotation, just a glimpse of visual aid. Even though I'm past the point of no return, I would swim the Paladin Strait. Off the grid, got tats on my ribs, tattoos on my ribs.
I hate you.
On the ground are banditos, fighting while I find Nico. Even though I'm past the point of no return, climb the top of the tower, show yourself, I yell louder. Even though I'm past the point of no return.
So few. So proud. So emotional. Hello, Clancy.
What? Okay, no,
Well, that's actually
that
kinda crazy, I'm not
cannot
gonna
be the end of the fucking, like, there has to be another album, right? Or some, not
has to
album,
be,
maybe
right?
like
Sure.
an
Has to
EP
be
or
more
something.
than-
There's no way it just ends there with a fucking blurry face. Hey, what's up, Clancy? How you doing?
There's no way that's the end.
I was
of it.
gonna say-
Yeah, no.
That is the corniest way they could have ended this shit.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Like, there has to be more. I do not believe that this is the only, like, again, I don't know if it's going to be another album, but like an EP or something. There's no way.
That was a very strange ending. It felt very like Star Warsy in a way, where Tyler was like, "Oh shit, I actually like have to put a bow on this."
Mhm.
He's like, "I actually
Yeah.
have to like wrap this up and then put a nice bow on it." But it was almost like he's completely forgotten to do that up until this point. So then he's just like, oh, I know.
Find the tower and I find
Yeah.
Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tyler said in an interview a little while ago that this last album, the outro, he says in his opinion there's a bow on it and that's it. And then he says he likes the ending of the album or the ending of the story,
Yeah.
but the fans will argue with him.
I could totally, I could totally see that. And
Like, what's the end of it supposed to even be?
See,
Like,
I think the
are
thing
we
is-
making it out of demo? Like,
So no, because I don't want to say you got to remember, because that's putting it in the wrong way. But this story, at least from a view I've been interpreting it, has been one of a circle, right? Like a lot of it feels kind of very cyclical in nature. Like you kind of end up back where you started, and it even gets referenced in Snapback. You know,
Like
he's
how he's
outrunning this.
backstabbing.
Yeah, this thing how he's outran since 2017. Obviously, I would assume to interpret being, you know, because 2017 was around Trench era, so maybe that's like mental health issues and depression and things like that. So maybe that's cycling back on him, and this ending is less of a like final statement of a bow and more of just like, hey, at the end of the day, this shit all comes back around, and like all we can really do is enjoy the light in it when we can. I probably sound like a fucking moron, but
No, that's what you
I
mean, for
definitely
sure.
It feels like something Tyler would do, honestly.
I think that I think there's more to this than we've
Then we give it credit.
then we not that we've given credit that we know of yet. I enjoyed that though. I think it was better than Scaled and Icy by like
yeah.
a solid country mile. However, I think the lows on this were lower than the lows on Scaled and Icy.
yeah,
Um,
the highs are higher than Scaled and Icy, but the lows are like way lower.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what to think of that album, honestly. Like, I really don't even know what to think. Because, yeah, there is some, like, pretty good high moments on there. But the low moments, good God. For me, personally, that's, like, some of the worst I've heard from this band. Like, I'm sorry. At the risk of feeling dumb, that's like, I'm hater mode on that track.
Hey,
I hate
whoa,
that
whoa,
so
whoa,
much, dude. I'm sorry. I hate that so much.
It's really weird to have your last album end on the cliffhanger, Tyler. Like that's not normal. Like last things
That
don't
too.
do that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't feel like this is a bow at all, honestly.
Don't let recency bias make you say that this is the worst 21 Pilots
No,
album.
I'm not
because it's
saying
not.
it's the worst. I'm saying it's the strangest, which like I think Scaled and
Yeah.
Icy recently was the strangest, at least for like them. But like I don't know, this feels all over the place. It doesn't feel very like coherent at all.
This is
It's
their
not
this is their Mr. Morale.
Dude.
That implies it's a double album.
Yo!
The end of that felt like what the end of Scaled and Icy should have felt like, and the end of Trench feels like what the end of this should have felt like.
2 hours later.
Hey guys, it's been 20 minutes. We all re-listened to the album a few times, and we just have a little message here we want to get across to you guys. So does someone want to take it away?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's actually so hard.
20 minutes, we've done a few re-listens.
Yeah, dude.
I like it.
Yes, like definitely not hating it as much. I mean, I think you guys might have increased your rating a bit more than me, but like
8.5.
yeah. Well, I won't say 8.5 yet, but
It grew exponentially
Yeah.
for me personally.
I think the ending still leaves a little to be desired, but it's in my personal opinion that will be explored in a music video. So yeah, that's just my opinion.
I'm sorry, 21 Pilots.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thanks, guys. Now we're going to go into our overall thoughts, or rather updated thoughts on the album. Now we've gotten about a week or so to listen to it since our first reaction. Dalton, what are your overall thoughts?
I'm pretty let down.
Damn.
But I'm also kind of not, because I do think it is a good album. It is a good album. Well, I went into this album with the expectations that it was going to be Trench 2.
Mhm.
And although that is not the greatest expectation to have here, I mean, it was kind of set up for us.
Exactly.
And overcompensate. Welcome back to Trench. I thought we were getting Trench 2, like kind of the same production choices, just the overall same vibe as Trench. And unfortunately, we didn't really get that here. I think we've got a few glimpses of it, and those glimpses were my favorite parts of the album. But yeah, I would say I'm a little let down, not just sonically, but also with the lore, which I'm sure we'll talk about later, especially when we get into tracks like Paladin Strait.
I pretty much agree. Like, I guess to a lesser degree, I wouldn't say that, like, I mean, on my first reaction, I certainly did feel pretty let down and disappointed. Like, for the exact reason that you said. I mean, it's literally set up to be Trench 2, just like lore-wise, sonically. Overcompensate sets that up to be a sequel to Trench. And if anything, this album feels a lot more acquainted to Blurryface, if anything.
Yeah.
Just because of how all over the place the genre switches are and the song choices in general.
I would say it's almost like if you got all of their albums and just kind of shoved them into one thing. Like, I hear a lot of Vessel on this. I hear self-titled a lot on this too, which again, I wouldn't really say is a bad thing. I very much miss Trench, and that is my favorite album of all time. So yes, I don't know. I guess I went into this kind of with unrealistic expectations, but yeah, probably shouldn't have started off this album with "Welcome Back to Trench," and then we get a song like "Lavish." Like what? How many tracks in? It's like damn. All right, well, is it time to get into the ratings? We're going to go through track by track, start at our least favorite, and work our way up to the top 3 favorites. So what is your least favorite track on Clancy, Dre?
I gotta go with At the Risk of Feeling Dumb. I'm sorry. Look, man, like, I really love the messaging of this track. I think that it's a really important message. Check in on your friends. Like, it's really, like, important to be doing those routine, like, check-ins, just like making sure that everyone's okay, because you don't know what someone's going through. At the same time, though, the sound of this song, man, I mean, I really had my fear going into this track already with the title of it. And I mean, you guys saw my first reaction to this, bro. I hated this song, dude. And I don't hate it as much anymore, especially with repeated listens and like me getting used to it. But it's definitely not something that I'm rocking with, like, at all on a sonic level.
Yeah, no, I really hated that song too at first. However, this has grown on me more than I think any song here.
Really?
Yeah. It's still pretty, like, towards the bottom of my ranking. That being said, like, I absolutely, like, hated this going in. I'm like, what are they doing, bro? Like, the title's bad. Like, this sounds like an AJR X, like, Oliver Tree song. Which, like, I don't even hate a lot of Oliver Tree's music. I think he has some bangers, especially, like, early on in his career.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, dude, that legitimately sounds like an Oliver Tree song on a record I've been, like, hyping up for years. So, I don't know.
I think really that's, like, the biggest detriment that we had going into this record. Like, there was so much hype, like, amongst our group, at least. Like with this record, like this was like the main thing we've been looking forward to for like the past like 5 months at this point.
Not just longer than that, man, because this is something we've been waiting for since like Trench. You know what I mean? Like Trench is what I know people are gonna argue. Like Blurry Face was the start of this. Okay, cool. But like Trench was the thing that like really
like ignited.
Yeah. I mean, it was, I don't know. It really felt like the start of the story. And like, you know, I mean, since then I'm like, how are they gonna end this? And this is just. Like this should not have been the way. And again, we'll talk about more about the ending once we get to like Paladin Strait. But my worst rated song was the Craving, Jenna's version. Tyler, put that ukulele down. You're 35 years old, and that's all I'll say there. It just made me kind of sleepy. I don't really care. I really don't. I want some good production, and yeah.
I don't know. I think it's sweet. I mean, I don't.
I'm a single 20-year-old, and that guy is like in a happy relationship and is 35. So I can't. I am not in the target demographic for that song at all. But like, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
not my style.
I guess I could. I mean, like sonically speaking, it's really not something that like I would, I guess, come back to on repeated listen at least. Like I really got to be in a certain kind of mood for something like that. But I mean. The sentiment, like, I don't know. I think I'm able to excuse this track more, like because of the sentiment, as opposed to something like At the Risk of Feeling Dumb. Because I mean, like with that track, I mean, this isn't even an issue that like comes up a lot for me, but the messaging of it and like the completely contrasted like sound that like just like I really don't think mixes well, basically. But like I don't know, for a track like this, you know, something that's like really heartfelt and like genuine, combined with just something that's a bit slower and like I guess more intimate, I think works out really well. And I think with the lyrics, the sound complements that really well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate this track, but I'm not at all a lyrical person. I am like 100% on like vocal delivery and like production, especially production. Like I almost never look at lyrics. So, and this is. You know, obviously a very lyric-driven song.
Yeah.
You know, not something I care for too much.
Fair enough.
But let's move up. What are your rankings? We're just gonna kind of go through them pretty quick, and then once we get to the top 3, we'll dive into those a little bit more. So.
Got it. All right.
You have above At the Risk of Feeling Dumb.
The Craving Jenna's version. I mean, yeah. I'm a defender of that track. But like I'm by no means its biggest fan either, I would say. Directly above that would be Lavish, which it's fun, but like also I'll just leave it at that. It's just fun.
Okay, we'll get. I'll talk more about Lavish when we get over here.
Yeah. Next would be Vignette. After that is Midwest Indigo. The next track above that is Snap Back. I'd say like this. I'd say like no, never mind. Not at this point. Not yet. I was gonna say this track and above is like in the like 7 or above territory, but I would say Snapback's like a 6, honestly. I mean, I think I'm like one of its like bigger defenders, I would say, in comparison to a lot of people, but I don't know. I really dig the vibes, especially instrumentally on Snapback. I don't know if you'll agree with this, but at least the synth in the beginning kind of reminds me, like I think the instrumental in general, but especially like the beginning synth melody kind of reminds me of a track that would be like on Omori, for example.
Yeah, you know, I do get like video game vibes from that.
Fair.
Like, I think I remember seeing like a comment saying like Little Big Planet instrumental or something like that.
Yeah, that was I said that for Oldies Station actually.
Gotcha, yeah.
Which, speaking of which, is my next ranked song. I don't know, those 2 tracks I feel like are gonna be like my kind of I I don't know if it's a hot take to say that those are like good songs, but like I definitely have them ranked higher than I think a lot of people will. So after Snapback and Oldie Station, yeah, next would be Backslide, which I'd say like this and above is like 7 or above, really. So Backslide, Paladin Strait, Routines in the Night. That song is such a vibe, dude. Oh my god. And then the top 3, Overcompensate. Love how this album starts, how this opens up the album. I really do think it does a great job at introducing you to this, like, not introducing you to this story, but like introducing you to this chapter of the story at least.
Yeah.
And I think that it's like kicks off the vibe really well. The only downside I would say to it is that it kicks it off really well.
Kicks it off too well.
Kicks it off too well, and also in the wrong direction from what it seems like, at least with how the rest of the tracks play out. Granted, I am 100% willing to acknowledge that maybe there's something that's just flying over all of our heads, and this is actually really lore driven that we're just not seeing yet. But like, yeah, no, introducing this album with Welcome Back to Trench was like really the biggest thing that like kind of cut this album down for me, him, the group that listened, and seemingly a lot of people that listened to this album from what I've seen so far, at least. But yeah, either way, I really love the instrumental, the production, and the rapping delivery. His rapping has been getting better, like with each release that they do, basically. Like comparing the rapping to Overcompensate to something like the Pantaloon, for example, is like actually insane.
Like anything like pre-Vessel, really. And honestly, probably a good chunk of Vessel, too.
Yeah, I would say so. It's like, it's insane.
There's a lot of bad rapping.
There's a lot of bad 21 Pilots rapping. Yeah. And this is coming from someone that's been to like 3, going on 4 of their live shows, man. Yeah, their rapping has been very rough, but it's gotten really good over the years. Overcompensate being an example of that, in my opinion, at least. Navigating is my second, number 2 song, because damn, that instrumental rocks, dude. I think this is like one of the most driving songs that 21 Pilots has ever made, really. It has such a high energy to it that is just so captivating. And also the lyrics, really on the album in general, from what I'm seeing, like on repeated listen, are like extremely genuine and like come from really come from the heart, I would say. But this one I found really compelling, just like basically talking about trying to like keep up with like what's going on in your life, you know, like losing people and just like changing environments in general, but also trying to stay in the moment as well as you can. I really think that comes off very well, at least in terms of like the sound of the track and also just the vocal delivery in general. I think that it carries through that message really well. And then speaking of really compelling lyrics that hit home, Next Semester would probably be my top rated track, honestly. Again, a really driving song that keeps the energy up very well. And yeah, I don't know, the lyrics just, for me personally, hit extremely close to home, especially with how this school semester and year in general has gone for me.
That was good timing for the release.
Yes, very much so. Yeah. Very, very much so. Yeah, I'd say like about like 90% of what Tyler's like talking about on this song like just resonates with me heavy right now. And yeah, I mean, like I know that's extremely like personal reasons for a song, but music is subjective. So I think that that's a fair enough reason for me to put that as my top spot. And I don't even think that's a controversial opinion, though.
Nah. Next Semester is a great song. It's in my top 3.
So yeah, those are my rankings. What about you, Dalton?
Nice. Ours are pretty different. I have quite a few that are like pretty switched compared to your list and mine. So after the Craving, I have Oldies Station as my second to least favorite song. And lyrically speaking, again, I'm not really a lyric guy, but lyrically speaking, I really like this song. I find it pretty real, at least right now. Although I do think the song makes me a bit sleepy. And like, I don't know. I can definitely see this one shrinking on me more in the future.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. It just, not a huge fan. I don't see me revisiting it. I don't hate the song. Not at all. But yeah, I don't know, just not a lot there for me. Then after Oldies Station, I have Snapback. It's cool. That's all I'll say there. Okay, and then I have The Risk of Feeling Dumb. Now, I know you hate this song, and I think it is very, very valid to hate this song. Like, again, and Eve was the one who brought this up. Shout out, Eve. This literally sounds like an Oliver Tree song, and I have a very complicated relationship with Oliver Tree. Again, I do think there are good Oliver Tree songs, and if Oliver Tree put out a song like this, I'd be like, that's a good Oliver Tree song. I would listen to that, right? I just was really not expecting a song like this to be on the album. Like, I don't know.
Wow, that's actually such a great point, dude. Oh my god. Like if Oliver Tree released this song, I would have way less of a problem with it.
We are so back. I actually might listen to the next Oliver Tree album.
God, that just added to my perspective so much, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I don't nearly hate that song as much as like a lot of other people. Although I can understand the hate. And honestly, man, I think it's kind of catchy. A lot of it.
I can agree with that. That's kind of valid. I admittedly, as much as I do have a problem with this song, I have caught myself at work kind of humming along to the melody of it, admittedly.
But I remember when this happened in the listening party. If I'm being real, man, don't know how I feel, man. Like, yeah, that's a little. I felt like NF, bro. Like, no, I think we could probably both agree that's the worst kind of rapping on this album.
I think it's the worst 21 Pilots rapping that's been on here since Blurry Face, honestly.
Yeah, that's not saying a whole lot.
It's not,
but yeah, I agree with you.
It's crazy. It's like,
if I'm being real, man.
It's like in middle school when they would bring in those random guest speakers,
yeah.
And they would just
rap to you about how drugs are bad.
Yeah.
If I'm being real, man.
Don't know how I
feel, man.
God damn, bro.
That weed will turn you lazy. That weed will turn you crazy.
God damn, bro.
That's the risk of being high.
Dude!
Oh, write that down.
Dude!
Shout out Silly Sounds.
Silly Sounds and also the 21 Pilots weed theory guy.
No way! That's a rabbit hole, bro. That's a rabbit hole. Alright, anyways. Above Risk of Feeling Dumb, I have Paladin Strait.
Okay.
I like this song. Honestly, I thought it was a pretty good ending, although, I don't know, sonically speaking, I think it was a pretty good ending. But
yeah.
What the hell with the lore, man?
My god.
Hell? What the hell? You're gonna end the 9 years of this story with "Hello, Clancy." Seriously?
For real?
Seriously? And I get it that a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, if we, I don't know if we get more sonically or not. But a lot of people are saying this is the point. It's supposed to be a circle, It ends with "Hello, Clancy," and then it starts with "Heavy Dirty Soul." It's supposed to go. Because mental health is a never-ending cycle, right? And yeah, I agree with that, but I don't know. I think this was a crazy lame way to end such a cool story that has so much work put into it.
Oh yeah.
You look at the Dima website, you look at the ARGs over the years, everything about the Skilled and Icy promotion.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it ends. Man, we had a whole ass website where we could the control console. Remember with the Skilled and Icy era, that was so cool, and then we're ending it off with this. I don't.
Yeah,
it feels cheap.
It feels cheap, and also I really don't know how much I buy the looping of the this cycle thing, right? Because I agree with it philosophically, of course. That is very true. That mental health is not something that you just defeat. It's something that is with you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, for the story that you're building, I really don't see the build up to that. I don't see the vision of this being a loop story wise,
Gotcha.
It just feels very if they really do go with that angle, that feels like such a cop out,
Yeah.
It feels like such a cop out, and it feels super forced in if that is the case.
That's true.
So yeah, I really don't know how much I buy that. And if they do go with that angle, I call complete BS. It just really feels like they just wrote that on the spot, basically, if that's the case.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of a weird ending. Not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
But sonically, I think it's okay.
I agree on that
I
point.
enjoyed like the first part of the whole track before the ambience. you know what I mean? And I don't know, it's funny they just throw in a minute of ambience to this whole. It's such a weird outro. This is not at all how I expected this era to end.
Right? Yeah. Like, and I mean, like, I don't blame anybody for thinking that this is like something that's supposed to lead to something else, because that feels like such a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
Yeah, but I definitely agree. Sonically speaking, I do feel like it's gotten a lot more conclusive, especially on repeated listen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sorry, go on.
Gotcha. Anyways, above Paladin Strait, I have Backslide. I really love the ending of that track. The or I can't remember the exact melody of it right now. But I thought that was so cool. That was like my favorite part of the track. And also, I don't know, it's a good track overall. Lyrically speaking, sonically speaking, I still kind of have an issue with the vocals and I'll take everything you have if you go to me. It's a little much for me.
A little over the top.
I think, and I want to talk about like things being over the top in this album in general, because there are a lot of times on here where I think that's kind of where like Trench very much surpasses this album. Because Trench was very dialed back, you know. Although there were moments on like Jumpsuit where he's screaming, he's giving it his all. I do think it worked there, but a lot of the time on here, it's not. I don't know. It's not working as well. I wish things were a bit more dialed back, especially on songs that are like in my top 3. Funny enough, or 2 of them, and then also on like The Risk of Feeling Dumb. Like imagine if The Risk of Feeling Dumb, like everything was a bit more dialed back. You know what I mean? I think that song would be a lot better. Vocally speaking, at least.
Yeah, I feel that, because like on Trench, you had those like huge high energy moments, of course, but like it really felt like there was a sense of like, I think the dialed back nature kind of made those high energy moments feel more earned, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I for sure agree with that.
Yeah, like it really does feel like, I mean, like Jumpsuit is like the only point where like Tyler's like really screaming and like giving his all on that album, really. And I mean, like really, like there's just so many moments like that on something like Vessel, for example, to the point where it's just like it really does get to be like a lot to take in. And I would say like the same thing about Clancy, not necessarily to the same degree as Vessel, but there are definitely those elements on this album.
Anyways, above Backslide, I would put Lavish. What the hell is this song? What the hell is this song doing on a 21 Pilots album? I love it. This is awesome. Like this gives me hope that like whatever is after the Trench era or the Blurry Face era, whatever you want to call it, is gonna be like maybe not good, but it'll at least be interesting, and I will be listening to it.
That's a good way of putting it, I guess.
Like this dude really had a proctologist bar. Like, could you imagine if someone like showed that lyric to you before you like listen to Clancy? Like, oh my god, the lore is ruined. Like, I'm gonna hate this album. That is probably exactly what I thought, but no, it works here. I think the music video very much adds to the vibe of this track.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, I love it personally. Like, I have no issues with it. I think it's fun. It's a good listen. Above that, I have Overcompensate. It's such a like great track, great opener. Anyways, Midwest Indigo. This is the like 8 and above territory for me.
Okay.
I really like Midwest Indigo. That one's grown on me a lot. Wasn't a huge fan of it at first, and that intro is still a little could be better. Could be better. Above Midwest Indigo, I have Navigating. This song is so fire. I love this song. They better play it live.
I swear to God, he said this is his least favorite on the album, dude. I swear to God, Tyler, you better play it live.
Plays it live on ukulele.
I swear.
Anyways, my top 3. I'm going to start with the Vignette. I love this track. This track is awesome. It sounds like the best parts of Vessel and Trench being like put together. I get lots of those vibes on there. I'm not the biggest fan of the piano, and I think that ties into what we were just talking about not long ago with like everything feeling so like grandiose. You know what I mean? But I love the production. Again, I get a lot of like Trench vibes, especially like production-wise. And then my second favorite track would go to Next Semester. It's crazy how much this song grew on me. Again, the lyrics are super real. I mean, everything about it is amazing. I even liked the ukulele part on the outro. Like, damn, that was awesome. I cannot wait to hear that one live.
Yeah.
And then my number one track would go to Routines in the Night. This is like the catchiest song they made in a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
And their production reminds me of Trench more so than I think anything on here.
Really?
So, yeah. And that maybe Overcompensate. Well, Dre, how does this change your thoughts on the band 21 Pilots?
I don't think this album by itself changes my thoughts on 21 Pilots. I think what's mainly going to change my thoughts on this band is where this goes from here, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, with that ending of Paladin Strait, there needs to be more. I'm almost 100% convinced that there is more past this, especially with what Tyler said at the live stream, oh, does this sound like it's the end? But I do think that there has to be more to this overall story in general. Mm-hmm. And there's no way that it just ends with Paladin Strait, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And whatever that ending is where I think I'm going to change my view potentially on just how all of this ends. Because like you said, this is damn near 9 years of story development, mm-hmm. ending with what seems to be a huge cliffhanger on Paladin Strait. Mm-hmm. That's just super unsatisfying if that is actually the end of it.
Yeah.
And if that is, then yeah, that would definitely change at least a little bit what I think of this band. But overall, with this album alone, I would say I would say that it, if anything, just kind of reconfirms what I've already seen from the band, I think. Mm-hmm. But past this point is where I'm really going to be focusing my attention.
Yeah, that's real. I pretty much fully agree. I don't know. I think it is reasonable to predict an EP or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would not put it anywhere near confirmed. But this would be a very upsetting way to end all of this.
Mm-hmm.
That Paladin Strait music video better have a movie production. If that's really how they're gonna end this, with no new music or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anyways, we just kind of answered this question. Are we excited for new music? I'm gonna switch that a little bit. Are you excited for what's to come after this whole Clancy, Blurry Face, Trench era?
I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit scared at the same time.
I'm in the same boat.
Because Blurryface, Trench, Scaled and Icy, and Clancy is the weirdest, most inconsistent run of all time, honestly.
For real.
Blurryface, I've grown nostalgia towards. I've grown a personal kind of soft spot for. But come on, it's nowhere near a perfect album.
Yeah.
I kind of even hesitate to call it a good album on some days. It just depends on how I'm feeling at the moment. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel weird about rating it anything above a 7 on a good day.
Yeah, that's kind of real.
And then Trench is one of my favorite albums of all time. The energy between Blurryface to Trench is actually insane.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trench to Scaled and Icy is
it went from a 10 to a 1. So.
A 1?
I'm joshing.
Oh!
Wait, thumbnail? Awesome, we got it.
Sick.
Anyways, no, I don't like Scaled and Icy. I'll leave it there.
Okay.
There's a few good songs in there that I will revisit somewhat often.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna bring this all back. Sorry. But yeah, no, I'm excited, but at the same time, just worried because I have no idea what they're gonna do from
Mm-hmm.
here at this point.
Yeah.
And I just hope that whatever is past this point is good. And that they keep Paul Meany in their back pocket, hopefully.
Not just in their back pocket, bro. Just let that guy in the band, please. I'd love to hear a version of Trench that has no Paul Meany influence. Not because I think I'd enjoy the sound, but I'd love to compare the two.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am sure Paul Meany is the reason why we have a lot of great songs from 21 Pilots.
At the same time, that kind of hurts in a way because, I don't know. I also don't want it to seem like they need Paul Meany necessarily as I guess for lack of a better term, like a crutch almost, you know?
Gotcha.
Like I really hope that is not the case. That
I
like
might go there.
really.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, what Tyler says is like his least favorite song on this album is Navigating, and like his favorite songs were what, like the ones I had at the bottom of my list. I don't know. I feel like Paul Meany. Again, we don't know because we're not in the band. We have no idea. But if you look at like again the Blurry Face to Trench transition, how can you say there's like not such a huge difference? You know what I mean? I feel like Paul Meany has to be a bigger part in this than like a lot of people are. A lot of people are, accepting. But then again, I am not in the band, so I do not know. I'm worried about whatever's after this era because I don't know if we're gonna get that double album / EP or anything. But I joined the fan base right after Blurry Face. Like I remember going to one of the Emotional Roadshow tours, and like that was awesome. That was fire. But and then I remember when like the Clancy letters first started coming out. And that's I don't know if I would be a 21 Pilots fan today if it wasn't for like the Clancy letters and everything. That kept me so invested. It was such a cool story, and like I was super into ARGs. I've always been very into ARGs. Like, what a smart move to keep people engaged. Like, and again, I don't know if I'd be a fan today if it wasn't for the ARG and the story. So yeah, I'm a little worried now that it's going to end. Which, I mean, every good story should end, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I even want another story, honestly.
Really?
Now that I'm reeled in. I don't know. It might be cool, but I'm just going to be comparing the two when it happens, if it does happen. You know what I mean? And, I really do like this story. So
fair.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm a bit worried to where this band is going sonically speaking. But, I mean, I have faith. I think, again, when they make something, I don't know if it'll be good, but I'm pretty damn sure it will be interesting, and that is better than just making like slop garbage. So, yeah, I will be listening. So, final rating, Dre. What did you give Clancy?
At this point, and this is definitely subject to change, especially with an album like this, I would currently give Clancy by 21 Pilots a 7 out of 10. I think it's not quite an 8. It's not quite a 6, but who knows? That might change later.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gave it a 7.8. I originally rated it a little bit higher, but I don't know. I feel like my 21 Pilot scores are always like one above what like probably most people would say they are. You know what I mean? Like I'd give Trench like a 9.9. Yeah, and I eat up everything this band does. Honestly, like I gaslit myself into really, really liking Skilled and Icy. Like I think the whole friend group.
Yes, dude, we hyped that crap up so much on that first reaction.
We were bopping to that JC Penney music,
bro. I thought No Chances was their best song, bro.
Damn. Yeah, it is a really good song. I do like No Chances still. Yeah. Well, any last thoughts about Clancy?
Please play Navigating live, Tyler.
Yeah.
That and also
throw away the ukulele.
I'm a uke defender, dude. I'm sorry. I'm a uke defender, bro. That and also please wrap this story up nicer than Hello Clancy.
Yeah.
Cause damn, bro.
Yeah.
But I think that's about all that I have to say on this album so far. But who knows? That might change later on. But who knows?
Yeah, I'd say, again, just make that. Well, I don't know what is waiting for us in Paladin Strait. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to find out what our reactions are to it. That's awful. But yeah, I'd really like the story to end well. So I am really hoping there is that bow with the tie. What was the phrase?
Wrapped it up with a bow.
I really hope
something like that.
I really hope this album is wrapped up with a bow on the Paladin Strait music video. And yeah, that's about all I have to say about Clancy. Well, anyways, I'm Dalton.
And I'm Dre.
And that was
Late Night Listening with Dre and Dalton. Go Gators.
Awesome.
Sick, bro.